My name's Caleb Wilson. We are Manchester Farms. I farm with my in-laws, my wife's family, in Auglaize County, Ohio. And in 2014, we started using CropZilla. It's really helped me wrap my arms around the whole operation. The learning curve was significant early, but once I figured out how it thought, it really helped me think more strategically. I'm making decisions with eyes wide open instead of wondering and worrying. It takes a lot of stress out of decisions like that, the big impact decisions. We began to see some effects of compaction from our center fill planter, and our agronomy consultants advised us that they wanted us to look into getting tracks on our planter. We have a 32-row deer bower planter, 80-foot bar. It was going to be $50,000 for those upgrades to go to tracks, and the other upgrade they wanted us to consider was nitrogen put on with the planter instead of a little bit of pop-up fertilizer. In furrow, they wanted us to put on nitrogen beside the row. And so altogether, these upgrades were close to $70,000. And when I began to put a pencil to it and build a spreadsheet, I began to see that it was going to be hard to outweigh the cost per acre with the yield benefit. The yield benefit, according to Beck's data, was only about 0.75% when you spread it over that many rows. It's only really affecting the center 4 rows of the planter. And then the nitrogen additional benefit, yield benefit, hard to quantify, so I didn't know really what to assign that. So I just looked at $10 more per acre and 0.75% on every bushel, so you think, or on every acre, so you know, I might be gaining $3 or $4 of corn for $10 of expense, and I couldn't justify that. So I thought, well, maybe I should build it in CropZilla instead of just trusting my old spreadsheets. So I put it through CropZilla, same result, $10 more per acre. But when I drilled into the financial summary, it said I was going to make $150,000 more in profit. And I went, how is that possible? When I found it, it was mostly in savings. And how's that? And I really had to prove it to myself, because as I looked at the reports, I was very skeptical. And came to discover that most of it was in inputs, in nitrogen, pop-up fertilizer, liquid fertilizer ready insecticide, got rid of a custom pass on our urea. We changed our whole nitrogen program. And that ripple effect was hard to quantify in a spreadsheet. And honestly, I've come to the point where I don't really trust my spreadsheets anymore. Because CropZilla thinks through all the ripple effects of my decisions. I've built hundreds of scenarios in CropZilla for decisions that I want to consider. It's helped us make a number of other changes. We saved quite a bit on a sprayer upgrade. We made a tractor purchase this year with eyes wide open. We know exactly what the difference in cost per acre is going to be to run this upgraded tractor. A significant number of changes. It saved us, we got a much better interest rate last year from our lender as a result of the information we were able to give them and the financial projections we were able to give them out of CropZilla. All that to say, these things have all translated to dollars, and we've been really pleased with our experience.